can we go back to metaverse? Maybe I know we're using these terms interchangeably because they are connected, right? But I want to bring to the very simple everyday conversation. Okay, people still don't know how I will use metaverse for my work. Okay, what are the use cases that are a little more tangible than just immersing ourselves into some new universes and some new worlds that we're not aware of? I mean, do you have any examples that we can share?
Yeah, definitely. Especially now that there is certain restrictions in traveling, or even the simple fact we discovered that commuting to work is not the best way to invest a large amount of the time.
And not fun anymore.
And
Definitely
it's
not
not
fun.
fun anymore. I think that the metaverse companies and institutions that will organize themselves to create an interactive environment in a metaverse approach, so that also our avatars or our personal replicas can participate with a different angle and approach in life. It's going to be very interesting. Not all the time you are compelled to work 9 to 5, right? So there is times in which you're looking for informations where the office is closed, or the people that you want to communicate with, they are in such a different time zone. So the opportunity to be into a metaverse and empower a form of artificial intelligence to cover certain conversations or actions in your behalf is actually extremely valuable from a time sake perspective. I remember a friend of mine, she took a job with a very large software company that she was in charge of a big job with Southeast Asia all the way to China. And she was based in New York. So the amount of sleep she lost to be up and going was incredible. Nobody really forced her to be working on the time zones, but the reality is like you have to have that type of interaction at least a couple of times a week. And if you start having the habit to be at 11 o'clock midnight on the phone with someone in China, now suddenly you have a problem because you're losing sleep and they are getting used to you, or vice versa. They have to get used to your time zone, right? And the irony of it just comes down to the fact that those markets are becoming so meaningful to American companies that it used to be the people abroad staying up late. And now it goes the other way around, right? So that the Americans have to stay. So it's so the metaverse is an environment where a lot of this can be resolved, you know, and obviously leveraging artificial intelligence will allow also to keep a due record of the questions and the answers and the knowledge base that you need to run a business, a global business, or even better, a metaverse business. Okay. When we built the artificial intelligence on Michelangelo, we thought that we're just going to answer people that want to meet Michelangelo. But if I have a metaverse with my company, I can actually invite Michelangelo to be right there, in which it doesn't have anything to say much about maybe doesn't have a contribution about our conversation on, let's say, on NFTs at that specific moment. But then he's also a very relevant character of history to communicate with, right? So suddenly you start having a metaverse, which is your business metaverse, with the option to make it even more as a platform for learning and broadening the horizons, right? So it's interesting because the division between business, personal, and spiritual, they're not that much anymore, right? So everything is kind of coming together, and unfortunately, we gotta admit it, the metaverse is a much more flexible environment because you can go from being something you are not to actually streamline your job and making it as entertaining and as engaging worldwide, and maybe even while you're sleeping.